Throughout my journey, I've noticed that like the times where I felt like all I was an artist and everything that came with that, like people's perspective of like wins and losses and failures and this and this and that. Like I used to hold on to that like perspective of myself. And then when I started my spiritual journey, I let that go. I like died to the person that was looking for approval.
Wow. When you're not performing or anything like that, like where is that coming from? Like what are you doing when the cameras and the TVs are not on?
Plotting and planning.
Yeah.
With the gang, you know what I'm saying? We plotting and planning, or we outside working. You know, just really setting other things in motion so we know what we're doing next. And yeah, right now we just been like dropping different vibes in music, just testing the waters. And like I like to explore my creativity in so many different ways. So I might drop like a ballad, right? And I might drop, you know, I did what, 3 singles in the last year and a half. So really just working, man, and just figuring out the next vibe and the next conversation in the music. You know, also I just be at the crib. I spend a lot of time at the crib just like thinking about things outside of music, thinking about my book. I got a museum idea I'm building right now. Yeah. I invested in a gold mine in Africa recently. Wow. It's a minority gold mine, and we're planning some really cool things around that about educating people about Africa and gold mining, and you know where that's going next.
Yeah,
right?
Dive into that.
Well, it's not. I can't dive all the way
not
into
in the specifics
details
but
of it, but I would dive into like the perspective of just like international business, man, and just understanding there's a lot of other sources of income and sources of ways to solidify generational wealth that we don't hear about. Right? You look at artists and you look at entertainment, like everybody wants to be in entertainment, but there's a lot of other things you can do if you educate yourself. Right? So that's kind of just what I've been focusing on doing.
You talking about writing the book. Where we are? So is that the life of Mario or?
It's kind of like a memoir I've been writing, and it started like a letter to one of the homies back home, and I was just like trying to speak life into him. I was actually on a flight to Australia. This was years ago. And I was writing this joint, and it started as that, and then it literally turned into me writing the beginning of a book, right? And it's really just about balancing your personal and spiritual space while you're trying to like survive and like, you know what I'm saying? Like what we do is in this shit is like, we selling energy all the time, right? We're selling energy and we're giving out energy, and we give something and we get paid for it in return. And sometimes that come with a lot of like ignoring your own needs and everything that's going on. So it's kind of just about understanding the world that's around you and knowing how to stay sovereign while still hustling and getting to it.
Trendsetter.